first win, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Rebels will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles offense will get first crack at it today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Makes the grab on 3rd. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line. So UNLV's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete second. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quickly to the tight end. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. He's got his man. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And the runner is down, and so is the flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. The give on the option. Crosses the 35. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Flips it out to the back. Breaks into the open. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air. It's Irvin. He's got him.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's caught. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Caught behind the line. It's Abraham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Noles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Looking to throw, it's Everett. Quick strike complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. A really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Red pass, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Pushes for the goal line. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You could just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding the creases when they get down tight to the goal line.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Going with the counter play here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Dropping back, it's Irvin. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I love QBs that understand when they need to put some extra sauce on the football. You see your guys sit down in the zone, running a curl, boom, fire that puppy to him, get it on him now so he can catch it before he gets destroyed.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Bates his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Irvin. With the catch, it's Wynn. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself on the draw. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Rebels can really attack on this second and short. Goes to the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Shakes off the defender. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent.
There he goes. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Cornelius. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And the Noles need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what, you can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Noles! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snagged in the middle. It's Meredith. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Meredith. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to pass, it's Irvin. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Pulls and fires complete. Turning it on. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Dropping back, it's Irvin. The sure hands, it's Meredith. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline.
And an awesome job there by the offense picking up the blitz and giving their quarterback a clean pocket to throw from. Doesn't get better than that.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Meredith.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And the Rebels come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on 4th down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the 1st down.
That's one of those things in practice, coaches probably like, anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere, this is who we are, we're physical.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Back to pass, it's Cornelius. Using the quick game. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Solid run on the last play. Gives this offense another first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown Seminoles! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Southern has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 14 to Middle Tennessee. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Irvin. This one's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
To the air on second down. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they're inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes. And
the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The third down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another third down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give to the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the read. Rides the back and leaves it. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. So we open the final period with a third down play. Got it, looking for the first down. The Noles will keep this drive going.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start putting a lot of pressure.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
The Seminoles are flying down the field. They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Irvin. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the ground game. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He'll make the stop at the 21 after a pickup of about 5. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Looking for a man. It's Irvin. Under fire. He'll throw it. And the timing just a hair off.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. The Rebels have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Meredith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that... end of day for this offense.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the open. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. To the air, it's Irvin. Finds his man, it's Meredith. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business.